Let me just get my dashboard open, and we will get going. Where is my... There we go. I'm fine, Shadow. We're going to be starting here shortly. I just need to boot up the thing, and we can get going. There we go. We're underway. I'm fine, Shadow. Thank you for asking. Konami Computer Entertainment Japan. Silicon Knights. Silicon Knights did the poor job while working alongside Fujio Pro. Konami Computer Entertainment Japan presents a Hideo Kojima game. Alaska Bering Sea.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of FOXHOUND. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Whose remains? Ahab's remains or Ishmael's remains?
You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit FOXHOUND, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of FOXHOUND involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, FOXHOUND squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes.
Yep.
This is a top secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Here we are, title screen. Okay, so there's a cool feature this has that I don't think the original had. You have all these briefing videos you can watch, which are pretty cool.
It's been a long time, Snake.
That's how it's up the back.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
Snake, straight to the point as always.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you, but we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from FOXHOUND.
Yeah, he left
You're not my
FOXHOUND
commander
after
anymore, and I
Zanzibar
don't have
Land,
to take
right?
orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter, the unit's chief medic, an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. About 5 hours ago, an island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago called Shadow Moses Island was occupied by Special Ops soldiers.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit FOXHOUND. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
FOXHOUND hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You have two objectives. First, infiltrate the nuclear weapons disposal facility and rescue the two hostages. They are DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and Kenneth Baker, president of Armstech.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of these you can watch. Okay, we got the mission description. Let's go the outline, the infiltration method.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
Sorry, I had to call.
So, someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Time limit.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
So 18 hours and counting. Person in charge of the operation.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
So there's a lot of crap hitting fans in the White House basement.
No. At this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry. Yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes, and so is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Support crew.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by codec.
A female analyst?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
Her home in Los Angeles.
California? California's a lot different than this place. Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know FOXHOUND as well as I do.
Is that the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
What was your niece doing there?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt, and my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar Land.
Haven't you had enough of a moody bastard like me?
No. That's the part of you I trust. Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
All right. But I have two conditions.
Name them.
1. No more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing.
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel. That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of FOXHOUND's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
So, she's used to seeing men naked.
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse, I am a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines?
Not just one kind either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics, a class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Detailed information. Hostages.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not privy to that information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini-transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Well, that's gonna be reliable. We had that issue with Dr. Marv. And they just removed the transmitter. Zanzibar Land.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL?
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapon systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you can pay the money.
Oh, thanks to the big boss and mother race.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 in charge are plenty tough. After all, they're Foxhound people.
Hey, you're gonna make me blush.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
The terrorist command.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genetic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Genes? Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes, and using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, it becomes easy to remove genes that cause sickness and disease, or, alternatively, to splice in additional genetic material.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay, and so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genetic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
Which is why they need Big Boss's remains. And the thing is, though, is it doesn't matter if it's Ahab or Ishmael's remains, because both would serve that purpose. Both the medic and Ishmael himself accomplished a lot.
One of the greatest soldiers ever.
The man they called the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss?
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryochamber. His genetic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
Oh, heck, it's like some kind of dinosaur theme park. And you're gonna put these genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through
Zero
training or
already cloned him
experience.
twice, and
We
then
now know that
turned the
hereditary
medic
factors
into
are
a
far more
carbon
crucial
copy
for
of him,
creating
so
superior
yeah,
soldiers.
that makes sense.
Snake, we can't hand over his body. It's more strategically important than any weapon of mass destruction.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The Sons of Big Boss.
After all, Eli is the one leading them.
Tell me about these next-generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
So they're either ex-Outer Heaven or ex-Zanzibar Land.
Outer Heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers.
Oh, VR.
They have no real battle experience.
Soldiers of the video game generation, huh?
Don't forget, they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought international law banned the military use of genetic therapy.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is
So
that
what
nearly
if
every
we
member of the
did
unit conspired in this attack.
anyway? Next one. Only two more, it looks like.
How can an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss.
Sounds like
But
Mother
if they
Base.
were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No. Several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently, they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that, even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order. We had been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors.
Unit Foxhound.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
I'm guessing Ocelot is just here because he heard that
Sounds
they're
like a
after
bunch
Big
of
Boss's
cartoon
remains.
characters.
And finally, in charge of them,
And also to keep
Foxhound
an eye on
squad
Eli.
leader,
So it makes
Liquid
sense for him to do
Snake.
that.
Liquid Snake.
After all, he was
Yes.
working with Zero
And
after
you're
all.
the only person who can stand against him.
And Ocelot knew that Donald was taking over for Zero, so Donald Anderson could create the Patriots. Oh, one more, we'll just think. Yeah, tell me about Eli.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake, the man who shares your code name. The solid versus the liquid.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years.
Oh, Shadow, I
After
played a
you
little bit
retired,
of this
he
game,
was
of the
rescued
original game,
and
like
became a member
way,
of
way long
Foxhound.
time ago.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no
But-
longer using code names.
I don't know
I
his
never
real name.
played it all the way through. Like
That
Metal
information
Gear
is so
Solid
highly
3.
classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a photo of him.
Even when I had this on, rented this on GameCube, I didn't actually finish it.
Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise, you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems
There's
so.
some from series.
That's why we really need you for this mission.
You're the
The
only one
project
who
to
can beat
clone
him.
Big Boss.
Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't.
Why don't I find that thought more comforting?
Alright. Let's go exit. Oh. Is there one more? When you exit? Cool.
I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry. Just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
And there's also a special tab. I guess it's just to view stuff that you've collected. Oh, previous operations. Year 1995, deep in South Africa, 200 km north of Garsberg, Outer Heaven, an armed fortress station established by a legendary mercenary. He was feared in combat for both his friends and foes as a hero and a lunatic. The Western nations have found out that a weapon of mass destruction capable of reviving war. That's how you some pages. History was under development at the Outer Heaven. They called upon the high-tech Special Forces unit FOXHOUND to take care of the situation. In response to this order, Big Boss, Commander-in-Chief of FOXHOUND, sent Grey Fox, the man with the codename Fox, the name given to the best member of the unit. Operation Intrude N313. After a few days, Grey Fox was missing in action, his last mission being Metal Gear. Taking the situation seriously, the top men of the West again called for FOXHOUND. Big Boss selected Agent Solid Snake, who had just recently joined FOXHOUND, and trusted everything to him. Successfully making solo infiltration into Outer Heaven, Snake got in touch with local resistance members Schneider, Diane, and Jennifer. With their cooperation, Snake succeeded in rescuing Grey Fox. Grey Fox then laid out the terrifying facts about Metal Gear. There was the development name of a nuclear warhead-equipped two-legged walking tank. It could walk through even the roughest terrains and would stop normal tanks. It could conduct local warfare by itself with unique weapons like its Vulcan cannon and anti-tank missiles. It was indeed a new type of weapon that could conduct a nuclear attack against any place on the face of the Earth, from any land surface. With Metal Gear, Outer Heaven was trying to establish its military superiority over the entire world. In order to destroy Metal Gear, Snake rescued Metal Gear's chief engineer, Dr. Petrovich, and his daughter Ellen, who was taken hostage to force her partner to continue with the development. Snake heard from Dr. Petrovich how to destroy Metal Gear. However, as Snake approached the heart of Outer Heaven and Metal Gear, well-designed traps were set all around Snake, as if his actions were being leaked to the enemy. In the midst of the escalating man, the leader of the resistance, Schneider, fell into the hands of the enemy, and Snake himself was injured through deadly battles with Outer Heaven's best mercenaries. But Snake's indomitable spirit led him to the 104th basement of the secret base where Metal Gear was developed. Being the powerful defense system that had wiped out all other intruders, Snake ultimately succeeded in destroying Metal Gear. Snake tried to escape from Outer Heaven upon completing his mission. However, during the escape, he was confronted by one man, FOXHOUND Commander Big Boss, or so was thought. Actually, the medic. Big Boss laughed at the astounded Snake and told him the truth about his mission. While serving as a commander of FOXHOUND, Big Boss also ran a mercenary dispatch company, utilizing his connections and capital from his years as a merc. He was planning to build this company a larger military establishment, and he built Outer Heaven as its base. Yeah, that's around the time Diamond Dogs was dissolved. His purpose for sending the rookie Snake to Outer Heaven was to cause information confusion in the West. However, Big Boss miscalculated. He never thought that Snake would make it that far. Having lost Metal Gear, Big Boss activated a self-destruct system on the underground base. When the cutter of the description continued, his scream echoed the emptiness. You have gone too far, too far. In the 104th basement, the battle between two men commenced, free of ideology and politics. The armed fortress nation Outer Heaven collapsed. The impenetrable fortress, made from the best military technology and occupied by the toughest mercenaries, burned in flames. Behind him, the flames reached skyward as Outer Heaven fell, leaving Solid Snake all alone. 1999, the world was facing an energy crisis. It was obvious that the supply of petroleum would run out faster than expected. However, the development of an alternate energy resource was far from completion. The price of petroleum skyrocketed and the world economy was in confusion. The 21st century was expected to be one of chaos. One man's invention changed the entire situation. A Czech genius and biologist, Dr. Keel Marv, invented Oilix, a microorganism that refined petroleum to produce a highly purified form of petroleum. The world was filled with hope upon the discovery of this messiah to solve the energy crisis. But at the same time, the world entered a time of tension regarding this new algae. Just when the whole world's attention was drawn to Oilix and Dr. Marv, he was abducted by someone and disappeared. Nations began investigating immediately, and a name soon appeared: Zanzibar Land. Zanzibar Land was a democratic military regime that suddenly appeared in Central Asia in 1997. When their uprising took place, the CIS army, formed around Russia, sent a suppressive unit immediately. Zanzibar Land resisted by gathering a band of mercenaries from nations around the world and fortifying most of its land. As a result, the CIS army was repeatedly defeated, and Zanzibar Land declared its independence. Due to the active role mercenaries played, this war was called the Mercenary War, and Zanzibar Land was referred to as an armed fortress nation. A military nation with a group of strong mercenaries surrounded by a tough fortress. According to the latest information, Zanzibar supposedly was armed with nuclear weapons. The whole scenario was crystal clear. By obtaining Oilix in addition to nuclear weapons, Zanzibar Land was trying to establish its economic and military superiority over the entire world. Concerned about the situation, the United States ordered Roy Campbell, commander of high-tech Special Forces Unit FOXHOUND, to rescue Dr. Marv. Campbell was a former member of FOXHOUND. He brought back Solid Snake, the man who single-handedly brought down the armed fortress nation out of heaven 4 years before, and asked Snake to bring back both Dr. Marv and Oilix. Successfully infiltrating Zanzibar Land, and with the help of CIA agent Holly and others, Snake was able to go deep into the fortress and meet again with Dr. Petrovich, the chief engineer of Metal Gear Outer Heaven. He too was abducted by Zanzibar Land and was forced to develop another Metal Gear. He was told the surprise Snake of an even more shocking fact. Big Boss, the man who Snake had defeated at Outer Heaven, turned out to be the general commander of Zanzibar Land, almost like there were two of him. Snake rescued Dr. Petrovich in cooperation with Natasha, Dr. Marv's guard and former Czech and National Secret Police agent, and then headed him out with the command military deep in the fortress to save Dr. Marv. When Petrovich and Natasha crossed the narrow suspension bridge across the deep valley, a missile blew the bridge away. Natasha was sent flying into the air from the explosion. While unable to do anything to save Natasha, Snake started hearing a well-known voice. Hey Snake, we are good buddies. I can let you go. Just leave this place at once. Gray Fox. Snake saw Gray Fox, the best soldier in FOXHOUND, controlling Metal Gear. After the fall of Outer Heaven, Fox had disappeared as he followed Big Boss. Losing Natasha in front of his eyes and letting Petrovich get taken away, Snake screamed, Fox, I will not give up. As a series of deadly battles with mercenaries, Snake finally made it to Dr. Marv's containment facility. However, he arrived too late. He saw Dr. Marv's corpse and Petrovich, who could do nothing but just stand there. Petrovich told Snake that Dr. Marv could not withstand the repeated tortures because of his heart problems. Snake then received an emergency call from Holly. The emergency supply was very shocking. Petrovich had been voluntarily visiting Zanzibar Land to develop Metal Gear. The abduction of Dr. Marv was conducted under the direction of Petrovich himself. After the truth came out, Petrovich attacked Snake, but Snake easily put an end to him. Yeah, shooting rockets at a guy doing a chokehold, and attained a structural plan of Oilix. While trying to escape, Snake was confronted by Metal Gear, again controlled by Gray Fox. The tremendous battle took place on the underground base. Snake finally succeeded in destroying Metal Gear. However, Grey Fox did not submit and challenged Snake to a final battle. In the midst of the minefield, Snake and Fox fought without any weapons, a fist-to-fist duel involving no hatred or murderous intent. During that weird moment of purity, the two were bound by forces transiting words and emotion. Yeah, Grey Fox was just running around punching the air, and we just punch him. Snake won the tough but pure battle against Grey Fox. However, there was someone else Snake still had to fight, Big Boss. It was like 4 years before that, however, Big Boss was waiting for Snake. Again, almost like there were two of them. One who has experienced the tension of battle can never leave the battlefield. I am the one giving you something to live for, and that is war. Snake was infuriated at the angry, arrogant Big Boss. There is only one battle I have to fight, to free myself from you, to shatter the nightmare. Big Boss, I will kill you. It was with the structural plan of Oilix. Snake and Holly escaped from Zanzibar Land and rescue Harvard. Snake once again saved the world, however, there was no smile on his face. Big Boss's last words kept ringing in Snake's head. Whoever wins, our battle does not end. The loser is freed from the battlefield, but the winner must remain there. And the survivor must live his life as a warrior until he dies. Snake then disappeared into the light lands of Alaska. That's why Snake left FOXHOUND. Oh, that's why Solid Snake left FOXHOUND. And that's it. That's all the background material. Let's start. I'm gonna go with normal. Let's do type 2, because that's what I'm used to from last game. Let's go. David Hayden.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
There we go.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Sorry about that. Okay, that's the punch button. On button.
Snake, you'll have to crawl to get through there. First, crouch down by pressing the crawl button, and then press the control stick in the direction you want to crawl.
Just remember that you can't move very fast when you're crawling.
You can stand up by pressing the crawl button again.
Is there somebody there?
What's that?
Should be able to just slide under here and hide under here until.
Is there somebody there? Who is
Damn
that?
it, he could see me under red.
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
I'm still getting used to the controls. Probably gonna die here.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You'd better hide somewhere.
Over there? Who's there? Who is that? Huh? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Damn it, I couldn't make it to the elevator in time. They saw me.
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
What was that sound? Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
The start is just really hard if you have no button. Metal Gear Solid 3, I had them. Again, the MSX games were hard to start until you got equipment too.
Snake, are you okay? Snake! Snake!
Maybe the strat is just to stay here until the elevator arrives. This is a better hiding spot than anywhere near the boxes where they can hear me. Or do I have to get up to the elevator to start the process of coming down? I already learned that I can't just hide under here to avoid him forever.
Snake, you'll have to crawl to get through there. First, crouch down by pressing the crawl button, and then press the control stick in the direction you want to crawl.
Just remember that you can't move very fast when you're crawling.
You can stand up by pressing the crawl button again.
Is there somebody there?
Damn it! It just barely doesn't have enough room for you to hide. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we made it.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
That took a long time. I guess you're feeling a little rusty.
Don't worry. It's been a while, but it's all coming back to me.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake? But I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA Chief.
The DARPA Chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to save your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Right, because we had to use the cigarettes for one of the puzzles in Zanzibar Land, I think, for the...
If you want to get in, there's the front
for the
door.
laser traps.
It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Oh. Purple fade open the collect. Let's call my lane.
You called, Snake?
Go ahead and save our progress.
Snake, remember what de Gaulle said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
Snake, your mission is to infiltrate, not to fight. Don't let the enemy see you. First, you've got to rescue the DARPA Chief. Infiltrate the building in front. Look for some way to get in.
I'm gonna do a thing really fast. And save state as well. This looks like something I can get, but there's searchlights. I gotta be careful how I do this then. I want to go about getting this item, whatever it is. Could be important. A chaff grenade? Alright. An M9? Is that a gun I can use? Oh yes it is. It's my first, my trank gun finally. Well that makes me, I definitely want to save after getting my trank gun. So, save state for depots. And then we want to do start plus A and hard save as well. We got the trank gun.
What is it, Snake?
Should make things a little easier. Got a chaff grenade and we got
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all spent, where our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake.
Is there somebody there?
Who is that? Oh, this is how you first
Enemy sighted.
I'm gonna sit well by state. Well I can figure out how to let's see if
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion view. Press up on the control stick to go forward and down to shuffle backwards. You can also press right or left to turn. Advance while hiding yourself. Pay attention to the enemy's actions and make sure you're not discovered.
You can also fire your weapon when you're in intrusion view. Don't forget that.
Just because you're in intrusion view, it doesn't mean that all is safe. If you're spotted, the enemy will of course attack. Be careful not to let the enemy see you crawl into your hiding spot. Even in intrusion view, the enemy could look into your hiding place. In that case, you have to move to get out of their line of sight. You can't be careless, even in intrusion view. That clear?
Oh, A button. Okay. Got him. There's a camera as well. I have to try and sneak past the cam by just staying low and trying to stay.
A surveillance camera.
Trying to sneak by the cam. I can just go under it maybe.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not going to believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Alright. I have to get inside for sure now. Oh, setting up camera. Alright, here we go. Tank canner. I put it on normal for now. I'm gonna see if I can do it on normal, unlike the previous game. Oh, I'm taking so much damage. I should probably have my ration equipped, just in case something bad happens. I should probably also save state again. I feel like I would kept that one there. Kind of annoying to save state on Dolphin by default. Might change my keybinds on Dolphin for next week.
Were all the SOCOM pistols unloaded?
Yeah, but there was a little problem.
What is it?
The security on the door was broken.
So the door is still open? Second floor where?
The east side room.
We better fix it before the boss finds out.
Yeah, but that's nothing. They spotted an intruder outside.
Really? Maybe we'll finally get to see some action.
Yeah, but we better do something about that door.
Let's put in an order to have it repaired.
Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference, and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay? Don't give up, Snake.
Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA Chief. Look for clues.
Well, I guess it was just that conversation. If you crawl through there, you have to go to the door where the security on the door was busted or something. Or find some alternate way in. Oh, those rats look like they like.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80. Those mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating. They dig tunnels under the snow, and that's where they stay warm.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
But there's a dark side, too. Sometimes the males will kill and eat offspring that are not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
Yeah, pretty brilliant program, huh? If there are mice, that means there must be an exit somewhere. Follow the mice.
Save again. Or was it?
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Don't give up, Snake.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Who's there? Who's that? It's the enemy. Encountered the enemy requesting backup.
Snake, use the elevator to move from floor to floor. To call the elevator, press the button on the nearby control panel by pressing the action button. The elevator should show up in no time.
Look at the radar! It's picking up the DARPA Chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him!
You got my only ration, but I barely have any life left. Probably there's like a ration nearby. Desperately need one.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by the ladder. Approach the ladder and press the action button to climb it.
I'm gonna try crawling first. I'll see the ladder. See if there's stuff in here I can get. Oh god, a ration, thank god. Oh, my health does regen a little bit, which is nice. So if I can get out of combat for a little bit and find a hiding place, I can regen a little bit of my health, which is handy. Get a ration equipped. Now we can go up the ladder. Right, action button, right. Need it.
Kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy. That woman is built all right.
A woman. Not him.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA Chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You're here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent in here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for the keeping of dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
That's the official story. Got it? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A truly historical weapon.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard that the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex, the code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping nuclear weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL. Yes, of course. There is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president of Arms Tech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But... they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of FOXHOUND. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes. They'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes, you can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the card keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him into an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as a transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So, does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Huh? What's that? Hey, what happened?
Like Zero said, Soldier Code 5, we don't need to breed a vocal cord parasite. We can target individuals.
Huh. Dead. Naomi, the chief, what happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No!
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not, Snake. You've got to understand. This counter-terrorist op is security level red. You'll need the highest security clearance to learn the real story.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Because only the Patriots would know about that. Because Cypher made the vocal cord parasite. So, being able to target individuals would be something the Patriots would know to do once Theo was put out of commission by Skullface and Anderson took over. Ooh, door open.
Don't move! So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. Your eyes wander. There's no confidence in them. The eyes of a rookie. You've never shot a person, have you?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed. What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot! What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie!
I'm telling you, shoot!
Aggression, but... really badly. Drop it. Great, now I'm out of shots for my... I'm gonna have to buy more bullets for my trank gun. But we made it at least. I have a replacement ration.
Thanks for the help.
I don't think I had to use the replacement ration.
Wait! Who are you?
There he is. The herd child.
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
If the DARPA Chief already died, that means that was Nuclear Octopus.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So, that was Mantis.
Oh, I did pick up another gun, right? But I do have the SOCOM, good. At least I have a gun to shoot with. But the problem is it doesn't have a silencer, a suppressor, so it's gonna be noisy. I'd be risky until I can find a suppressor for it, or until I find more M9 bullets. But if it's the best I have, it's the best I have. Better than nothing, I guess. I have to go to the B2 basement for Baker. But I think this is a good stopping point for today, because I do have to go pretty soon, so I think I should wrap up here before we move on to look for Baker. So this is a good stopping point after we did all the briefing stuff. So I think this is a good stopping point. Let me say call mailing and save now, and I'll do like a save state, and then we'll.
What's up, Snake?
Let's save. Okay.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, "Naught's had, all spent, where our desire is got without content." Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items too. Don't.
Yeah, I've always heard that one before too. We should actually call Campbell Master as well.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Snake, Psycho Mantis has the power to read people's minds. He got the DARPA Chief's detonation code. Hurry up or he'll get Baker's code too.
That's right. If the terrorists get Baker's code, they'll be able to launch that nuke anytime they want.
Yeah, they'll use Metal Gear to do it. Colonel, did you know they were conducting a military exercise here using Metal Gear?
I didn't know.
Really?
Snake, you've got to understand. I'm just the middleman in this operation. Anyway, hurry up and get to the second floor basement. You've got to save the Arms Tech president before the terrorists find out his code.
Alright. Let's crawl into the hidey hole so we can restore our health, though. Yeah, because you only get to regen health when you're hiding, it seems. We can regen up to a certain point. Helps preserve rations a little bit. And I am going to go ahead and save state here as well. And I think that's going to do it for me for today. thank you all for watching. And we will see you tomorrow, where me and Shadow are gonna play more Silent Hill. So, take care, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye, everyone.